Yeah, you might spread out. Spread.
Now you know how I feel, guys.
Are we on heroic? It's normal, right?
It's normal, but white mechanics.
Chain bomb.
Yes, it's a bomb that when it explodes on somebody will then pass the debuff onto that other person, and then it basically moves on to everybody else, so you have to be spread out.
I think debuffs it's through.
No, you're supposed to be spread before
You're supposed to be pre-spread, yeah. Because if it splashes another player, it spreads like wildfire.
So if you have it on, you don't run into melee, please.
Yeah, like for example, Epix has just run past somebody, right past Krav who had it, and then picked up the bot, and then he's now running around and giving it back to other people.
Yeah, I like it. That's how it works.
And you know, it is kind of a boss mechanic we're going to face in the future, so you know, we have to get used to that. I think we have to drop down the hole because we want to skip the coven for now.
I thought you preferred going up
Not
holes.
that I don't like a good
see.
hole, but is there like a way to get down there without half killing yourself?
Yeah, you can take some stairs, I think.
There are stairs. Sorry, I was half dying. There are stairs on the right and left.
Yeah.
Left takes you to the coven and right takes you down to Verima.
To get down to this boss first, you have to fall down the hole.
No, you can go down to this right hand side, but I'm just going to drop down the hole because I've got wings.
Yeah, but it's not enough to kill you if you're at full health.
It's too complicated, I'm just gonna fall down the hole.
By the way, I realized something about this boss. The tank attack isn't actually a cone on normal. So if we wanted to, we could just stack the tanks and tank and spank, basically.
Yeah, on normal, but we need to get used to it for heroic.
Well, I'm not a goldfish, so I'll remember for everyone.
It depends, if you just want to kind of chain through this now and get it done, we can do. I is not bothered.
I don't really mind either way.
I'll just stack up with this one, see how it feels. If it does fuck up, then we'll switch. But I think I'm okay with how we did it last time for heroic, so...
Yeah, I think you guys got the hang of it, because it is a pain, because it needs to be longer than 8 yards for tanks, but it's not, and that's what makes it a bit shit. But I think it was tanks getting hit by the arrow, so it's just being aware when that ability comes in that you just need to move away from the arrow. You can beat anywhere you want as long as you're not in the dark fishes and got the arrow underneath you. Other than that, you can, as long as you're within 8 yards of the other tank and behind the boss, then you can be anywhere you want.
Has everyone picked up a cauldron? Has everyone picked up a flask?
Nope, because I've not put one down yet.
I made some cauldrons a while
there
ago,
is.
so there's a cauldron.
Who
There's
put
2
two down?
cauldrons, everybody takes 8.
So... yeah, everyone takes 2.
Oh, not guilty, I haven't put one down.
Well, I did.
Shamanti and Anu.
I'm not going to complain.
No,
Right.
I made a couple ages ago, that's all.
Seeing as we've faced this boss before, we'll do tactics. So the tanks will tank on the skull marker, which is around the boss's arse basically at the moment. He always edges forwards on pull, so I positioned it right under him, so the marker should hopefully make sense. We're going to start on the left hand side, so ranger are on orange, range and healers are on orange, melee will be on yellow. When we get the fishes, we basically just sidestep out of them to the right onto the other markers, so you just switch between the 2 markers basically, easy peasy, and then switch back every time there's fishes. There will be an arrow appear that will push somebody back, so what you need to do is, if a melee person intercepts it, so range you can stay put, just make sure that there's melee stood on the arrow so that we get knocked back into you, and then we can then just head back into the main pack and whatnot. We don't need to worry about the other abilities. There's just constant AoE damage going out. I think it's 2 minutes on the fire, then it turns to something else. Well, on normal it's slightly different, but on heroic it'll be 2 minutes of fire, 2 minutes of fell, I think it is, and then no, 2 minutes of frost, and then it's 2 minutes of fell, and then it's shadow. Any shadow damage you take puts misery on you, which means you can't be healed for a number of seconds. So you don't want to take any shadow damage ever, unless you can help it. The tanks have one ability where they have to take it. If you run away and you're caught on your own, you will get misery on you, because the boss will do what's called Alone in the Darkness. So you'll just get spanked for some damage and the misery debuff will appear. So you need to be within 8 yards of another player at all times. So that's the key to this fight, is just sticking together. So let's kill it. We got some good tries in last time. Hopefully it's going to go splat, so make sure you're stacked from pull.
Did you say that you wanted Whoopi on star in melee group?
No, I just said ranged and healers on orange and all melee in yellow.
Okay.
Please let the tanks pull and get their positions and everything.
2, 1.
Yeah, so this kind of damage is nothing you can do about, so just ignore it and get healed for it. So fishes. So move.
4, 3.
And then we're going to get marked prey, which is the arrow. Just make sure it's going through melee.
3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So fish is incoming in 4 seconds. So get ready to sidestep.
Beware.
You got misery.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2.
You really want to move this group, guys.
As long as you're paired up, you're fine. So if one person lags behind, they are pretty much dead. So fishes, go move. The arrow's going to go through purple. Ish.
4, 3, 2, 1.
User joined your channel.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We're going to get fishes in the arrow again.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Can't do it early.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So try and put a shield on whoever's got misery, whoever got knocked back there.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Move. Arrow through purple, try and aim it a bit more towards the ranged.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Move. Arrow through yellow.
4, 3, 2.
When do we use Bloodlust?
We should have had it on pull. Sorry.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Move. Arrow through purple.
4, one. Beware.
And pretty much as flawless as we can make that. That was excellent, well done, folks.
You will pay for your insolence, mortals.
Oh, look at the leech on that headpiece.
Shame it's cloth.
As in touching?
Sure.
Pretty much.
Not a bad relic.
Oh, you mean the 945 one?
Mm-hmm. Give me Blade of Justice damage.
Cauldron's still up, by the way, so people can get out of that.
Yeah, make sure if you've used your flask, then grab a second.
Ooh.
Hey,
Hello
Zos.
there.
Hi. Could I have a summon, please? Oh, it's not gonna be much.
I'm afraid you have just missed a boss.
Yeah, fuckers, I missed it.
We love you too.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Was that a tier boss?
No, that's one we're up to is a tier boss though.
Okay.
Thank you.
It might still be cool.
And congratulations.
Runs downstairs quickly, yeah, so you can grab her. Last.
Oh, is there a cauldron here somewhere?
Downstairs.
Yeah, if you drop down the hole, you'll find it. Currently put a moon marker on it.
Thank you.
Right, the coven. I'm saying nothing.
You think that's wise?
No.
Bosses.
But we've had one pull on every boss with no tactics, and we're going to continue this for the first pull tonight. You know, we have got probably the best part of 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, maybe even a year in this dungeon, so we might as well just prat around for the first bit on normal. When we do heroic, obviously we'll have proper setup and everything, and I will do tactics if we wipe. Sorry, when we wipe.
I do have a... Well, okay, you're not doing tactics, so I don't have a question. Jeremy need to keep them apart, but there's this 3 I don't know. What's going on?
No, there's only two.
Yeah, 2 active at any one time, at least
They get
18
too close
yards.
together, they get a 99% damage reduction.
Yeah,
20 yards.
you need to swap them, so we need to be fast.
Yeah, my advice would be that the tanks stay in position and you just taunt the bosses through each other. Will probably the quickest way to get them buffed and debuffed and then cleansed again.
As far as 20 yards, is these the corners of these sections say on the right hand side?
Hang on a second, Annie, where are you? You're right underneath me at the moment.
I think they are.
Yeah, if you stay still, Annie. Where's it gone? Currently I'm 15 to 20 yards away from you.
Yeah, okay, that's
I'm 20 to 25. That's, yeah, literally that is the distance. So if you have them...
Sorry, yeah.
Like this little pattern thing on the floor that I'm stood on. If you have one here and then one on the other side but on the inner circle, maybe. I'm just kind of guessing.
I think we can just stand on these edges each.
Sticking on these little sort of reddish bits here on the other side.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, let's just have a prat around and see what happens this first try.
Who should I misdirect to?
Whiskey, please.
Oh, lady's pulled.
Oh shit, sorry.
Separate him. They are, that's far enough.
I thought you said you weren't going to tell anyone anything.
Beware.
Well, lady pulled, we needed to get sorted. And Anu had already said it.
Alright, okay.
And I already knew it, so it's fine.
Cool. Yeah, I had confidence you knew, Yoram.
Stand behind the tank either, because it is a clonal attack. I don't think it has that.
Right, so swap now.
And he's giving all the tactics out.
Beware.
I'm just cooking him out.
He wants to see Nin roasting, was that?
I would like it. Ooh, watch out for that.
He wants to see how Lynn's roasting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I did hear, but it did sound like Nin, so I went with it.
It was me.
Alright, everyone throw Lynn in the fire.
She's a warlock, she's resistant to that.
Swap.
Exactly.
And then throw in the fell fire.
Or are you swapping?
They have a tank level.
4,
Yes, we've got sticks in range now. There you go.
1.
Swirlies are usually bad, just point now.
Unless they're
Especially
creep.
if you've got sword in it.
I was
You
saying,
should
talking about the
do-
sword that's spinning around and moving across.
You should do really well here, Vaga.
Nah.
Right, slow these and stun them.
Beware.
You need to kill something, I
Whoa,
guess.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait for the gaps.
You can't.
Wait for the
Just
gaps.
Find a gap.
Yeah, make a gap
Alright,
and then run through.
gaps.
Yeah.
Let's
Can I
try.
attack them? Stun them so that
Don't even worry about DPS in the boss.
Well, I've lost the other
just
one.
I currently have both.
Don't worry about that. Right, nuke 'em, the little lads, nuke 'em. Range preferably.
Beware.
Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That was the horrific one.
that was
Yeah.
this is normal, so it's not gonna like completely obliterate us.
I thought
but-
that was just
No,
the
no,
ones that
those-
went across the route rather
the-
than the ones that shield themselves.
No, the purple ones, those ones, if you walk into that thing at the bottom, notice the 5 people dead, they got hit by the purple thing around their feet. That's a one-shot
Beware.
mechanic on every difficulty.
Like right insta-kill, like a top.
Yeah, so basically only 5 people went in, I expected a lot more people to get hit by those pulls on the feet.
Can we res any of them?
They're just
Yeah.
small, so
See how many
seek
more
out.
got hit the next time.
4,
Split 'em.
3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Right, kill these, I think.
Yeah, this one would
Oh, they
probably
switched the
also
bosses too.
Specify one of them.
Yeah, think dragons, Yoram.
If they're near the end of the cast on high health, just don't bother. Wait for them to finish and start again.
Try not to stand behind.
Focus on the skull mark one.
Beware.
There's only one left.
Where do I get the Torment of the Titans effect?
Say again.
I need a Torment of the Titans effect. That's what my
Yeah,
table
that
says.
happens on the ad phases.
I can't see your stacks, Anu. Tell me when you want to swap.
It's only got
It's on 3.
I'll swap them on 3 anyway, just to be
safe.
I think
4,
different, if I remember right, this is a bit rusty because I'm not looking at my notes. I think each of the bosses has a different tank dot, and I think one you want to swap on 4 or 5, one you want to swap on 3 and 4, and the other one is 3. So if you swap on 3 every time, then you're safe.
Well, that one that Dima does a slow
Where's
DPS
that?
or...
I'll
What's the
swap
help
now.
for people there?
Lightning.
How did I avoid that?
Probably killed all the melee off them if you're all stacked.
Yeah, but I'm melee. I didn't die.
I think you need to get healed up, Max. I have some debuff on me.
Yeah.
Lightning, but I walked around the lightning bolt.
Yeah, they need to emphasize that frozen debuff thing or something.
It was
Either
really,
two.
it was very instant. So it might have to do with the debuff, maybe?
So no, I saw the
I'll explain all in a minute.
lightning, and I was just in where the lightning was firing off.
So that means I'm gonna get frozen. Oh.
Yeah, that chill thing isn't very obvious in the right frames along with everything else. Unfortunately. So I need to sort that out at some point.
I'm a bit worried about this sense of death.
Beware.
That one is
It absorbs healing.
Healing, bag and
Yeah, I would say people who are with the debuff need massive amounts of healing.
Yes, it needs healing off, and it reduces the amount of time you're stunned for. The stun is based on the amount of heal absorb left on the shield.
It's inbound.
Get out the middle, out the middle, out the middle.
Sal, Bethel do need healing, so does Whoopi.
I love those heads. Doesn't
It's like being at a barbecue.
We've got some fire now. Throw an in into it.
You can grab a piece of steak off crab, he's in the middle there, getting 5. He's at least a cow.
Beef.
Is it good quality beef?
Want a bit? You want a bit of my beef, throw?
Can we res the deeps in 20 seconds if we've still got it going?
And then open up hero?
Oh, we haven't had hero either.
No, we
because of the ninja pull. Oh, yeah, blame lady.
Sorry, watch out. Healing.
Roland, do you think?
Did it not do the...
Not normal, it's heroic only. I know what you're going to ask.
Alright.
Whirlwind incoming.
Ignore what I said, lady. It's
Ads
heroic
incoming.
only.
Yeah.
On its way to
Oh
melee,
shit,
watch out.
these ones, guys.
Oh, this is... These
Slows and stuns will do the job here, guys.
Or not.
Yep.
That also works.
Yeah. Don't knock back. Don't knock back.
Another link.
No, you're fine. This isn't a DPS part on the boss.
It's just survival.
It's survival.
It's probably all we can do about sense of dread, really, isn't there?
Get ready to nuke the ads in 2, 1. Now go, nuke. All range on those ads, get them dead. They have one health point each.
Ads.
Fellow needs healing, Cerebi needs healing.
His.
Fine, I can usually skip one if I haven't got my Ashbringer debuff. Breaks me out.
Essentially, apart from a couple of heroics, Whoopi Piz and Ethel do need heals. Apart from 2 abilities, this is basically the fight. We've seen it all now.
Whirlwind incoming to melee, is she back?
Yeah, it centers on
It'll be the lightning ads next.
Yep. You need to spread for them. So pre-spread for when the torment's over.
His needs healing.
So pre-spread.
Fellow needs healing, Cerebi needs healing. Good job.
Kill the ads, pre-spread. Or spread. That's why you pre-spread.
Watch the whirlwind.
Beware.
It's incoming to melee.
It's always incoming to melee, get mobbed out and then runs back to us.
Ah, okay.
The lightning one is only 2 yards.
Yep, but you pre-spread. just in case someone gets frozen. And because it's a chain lightning, basically. We're all stacked up too much, which is why I have the Raven splat.
No, it's
Seeing
just,
as
so people have an idea how much.
yeah, seeing as we are hopefully going to kill this one, I might as well just explain a few bits as we go. So.
Some of the mechanics were very obvious.
That still caught a lot of you out.
So that's one of the dead people.
Exactly.
Fiery shit, avoid it.
Yeah, no, the main thing that caught people out with the circles under the first set of ads feet and the chain lightning is the two biggest killers on this.
Now watch yourself.
4, 3,
It depends which one you choose to.
1.
So as the ads were
Yeah. Get out the middle, clear the middle.
Good job. Right, south.
Easy.
Yeah, grass out.
No, grass south.
May help me survive a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's a cracking stat stick though, especially at 1,000.
By the way, have you transferred the EP to my new tool?
I think I did when I did the EP. Because I think that's why I asked you to commit one way or the other so I could sort your EP out.
Yeah, well, yeah, it says 0.
Oh, maybe I didn't then. I'll check it.
I'm the genius.
We all
I'm gonna
got
guess
that
Happy
basic
next.
anyway,
isn't it?
so you're not missing a huge amount.
I go out next.
Ooh, grab from the Titan.
Yeah, most of you already have
Salvador.
938.
Yeah, that's pretty good as well. Oh, you get speed.
If he gets another ring.
Are we using the best in slants? Doesn't matter, does it? No.
Yeah, it says 0.
Yeah, I'll check it after I've just distributed this lot.
Oh, where are we going? I feel alone.
Excellent.
So I was slacking and trying to look at the loot table and I don't know where people have gone. Oh, okay.
To be fair,
Just went upstairs.
yeah, I've got no idea where people are going.
Don't worry about anyone who's running off that minute.
Here he is. Maybe they gave us
this quickly.
They gave
Hey!
for that.
Oh, hello. We've got a big guy running towards us.
Where?
The big guy. He was running at us.
Dark Keeper? Not that big.
That's what she said.
Totally.
You just got burned. Get yourself to the hospital.
Forever alone, can't get burned.
Can if you rub too hard.
Like a shadow.
You could rub it.
Yeah, you get burned, sorry.
Thank God he's not Chinese burning it. That would be awful.
Would it smell like incense?
Say, should we just... this thing?
Whoa, I'm tanking it.
So there should be some kind of damage split going on here, so we have both tanks, otherwise we're going to lose people.
Those swirlies look friendly as ever. That doesn't look friendly.
That's why it says run away. Run away.
I saw a humongous red fiery circle. Maybe I shouldn't stand in that.
It boosts your damage.
No, it only boosts my
Yeah,
damage if someone
only
steps in and dies.
If somebody else steps in, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it'll boost my damage if someone else dies. All that time we've been saying boost your damage if it dies, yeah, if it kills you, then yeah, boost mine.
Why do they call warlocks evil and give paladins such an evil ability?
Not that even
Because
ability,
they only
it's
trust
like
people who
revenge.
can fly.
Yes, it is.
We see our comrades fall, we enrage.
Yeah, don't stand behind me because he does a big smash.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Yeah, I just figured that out.
That's your EP.
Thanks. Don't
Cheers.
stand behind me.
The base EP will be going back up. We did a reset basically on EP for anybody who's a bit weirded out by the small numbers I've just been sorting out.
Could you move the boss by any chance, like up the platform a little bit more?
Yeah, we can move the boss a bit more, but he's nearly
Yeah,
dead.
because
Are you okay?
the same future reference.
No, you need to go into melee range as a hunter. That's...
Sorry. I will try and become more like Piz in the Bush. Didn't.
Yes, you really do need to piss more in the bushes, don't you?
Oh yes.
Uh-oh, a platform that
Peeing
you can
buckets.
follow.
Ah, we're fucked.
This is everybody's boss now, the platform. Oh.
Do you know what's funny?
Yep, you can follow.
The boss can fall off the platform too.
Let's push him!
Because when you pull the boss, the bridge will eventually disappear. But if you get the boss on top of the bridge before it disappears, then the boss falls off.
What happens?
Oh, well then.
Does it reset or we
You-
just win?
You reset.
Aw.
It's super funny though.
Not fair. If we fall down, we die.
So,
Well,
do
we
we just
kind of reset as well, though.
we tank swap to avoid too many stacks of this reach? But do we just stand together?
Nope. No. Right, I'll give just for the tanks. I will talk about a combo that is in the fight. So basically, he will do a tank debuff. Well, let me get my notes up 1 sec. Right, he'll do a frontal cleave called Fellbreaker on the tank. The tank then needs to spin the boss around 180 degrees onto the raid behind him, who need to be spread but stacked so they're in the frontal cone for Flame Rend. So the main tank will take Fellbreaker, 180 degree turn, and then take Flame Rend. The off tank needs to, while Flame Rend's going on, be running around the back of the boss to taunt the boss to take the next Fellbreaker that's going to happen. Spin 180 and put a Flame Rend on the raid again. And then there's another ability which, well, basically just get out. And that's a combo. It's just, yeah, you just have to basically swap after every Flame Rend, but it's up to the tank to do the Fellbreaker on their own. Turn the boss. You can do it one of two ways. You can either take Fellbreaker and then spin him, or the off tank can taunt him to spin him and then run through the boss, and then you have to switch over again. I thought this would just be a bit easier. If the
We'll
first
just
tank
take the debuff and that tank will do the spin.
Yeah, I just thought that was way easier than kind of having it kind of halfway through, switching twice and all this rubbish, so... But that was obviously the raid, if they were listening, will have a bit of a hint as to a combo that's coming in. Other than that was just purely for the tanks, because I know that's the bit that we've got to learn on. If we don't, we'll struggle. I'll drop a feast, as quite a few people died, and then we'll go. Not going to say any more, up to you.
If we're not doing a tactics talk, should we just do Bloodlust in case we get to use it?
I'm going to say you save it for phase 3.
Assuming that it doesn't just pull the boss again.
That is true.
Take it. No, it's not here.
It's just gone offline.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I don't know when we pressed Bloodlust on this one. I haven't put it in my notes as to when to hit it.
Phase 3 seems okay.
I would say phase 3, looking at the mechanics.
Do you know if the phases are percentage based or time based?
Percentage, aren't they?
Percentage.
Because if
8.
so, then phase 3.
40.
Yes, 80-40. Let's go. But don't worry folks, I haven't spoiled a hell of a lot.
5,
I've
4,
barely touched the
3,
surface.
2,
Ready?
1.
Beware.
Yeah, ignore your boss mods, we're doing it a slightly different way if it's trying to get you to do something. Yeah, so the Tesh-like technique is the bit that we're doing. Here we go. This is on the main tank. Turn it.
Into the group, into the group.
And then OT takes.
I'm down. I'm down
to the group.
Yeah, and I'm off
I was supposed to share that.
That's a crazy one.
No, then we share this. And then big circle. Oh no, we intermission. We skip something. Yeah, just don't be near the boss. Ignore the boss now. You can't do anything to him.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
you won't res me, and I'm like,
So...
3 miles.
Yeah.
Kill these ads while we're waiting.
That's the boss word. Something that's going to go boom.
While we're in this phase, I might as well mention a couple of bits, seeing as we have no tank, so we are going to wipe. The big ads put a buff on the little ads, so if they're close to the little ads, then they will speed them up and buff each other. So you don't want either of those things, they have to be tanked apart. You need to move them away from the little ads, but this intermission ends when these two big ads die. But if the little ads hit the boss, then they will explode and put a 15-second dot on everybody with further explosions. So we need to make sure that only one ad is hitting the boss at a time. On Heroic, you can't kill the ads. We can, they just re-emerge again. So it's important that we get used to just CCing them so they hit the boss 15 seconds apart. If we practice that, that'll make Heroic significantly easier. Because you can't get rid of them unless they hit the boss, and they stay even into the phase 2. Yeah, there is no aggro table, they'll just fixate the boss and head to them. Imagine Ragnaros with those Sons of Flames or whatever they're called. They will just charge straight for the boss. So you can slow them, I think you can even stun them, you can use any kind of CC, you just need to stop them from getting to the boss.
Yeah, knockbacks work, it works.
Yes.
If they're close to the big ads, they're CC.
Oh yeah, because there's still trash here.
Yeah, you just have to turn left.
Yeah, fell down the hall.
Yeah, it's the thing the tanks need to be most aware of is that Tesh-slash technique or whatever it is. That's what your boss mods will probably be screaming at you about.
Well, yeah, as soon as they got to about 5 or 6 it said taunt.
Yeah, I think you just need to ignore that for now. Yeah, it's the Tesh-slash technique and it's the breaker and the whatever the other thing is.
Yeah, I think we can do like we just did. I keep it until it starts and you taunt just before it. So you go into it with no stacks.
Yeah, so, yeah, basically something like that. Cheers, Vega. Right, so just to go through a few things then. So there is this combo that I've talked about. So the main tank will take Fellbreak. It's called Tesh-slack's technique or something. And that triggers the combo of 5 moves that will happen. Fellbreak is the first one, has to hit the main tank alone. The main tank will then spin so that everybody needs to be behind the boss when he does Fellbreaker. So that when the boss is spun around by the tank, the frontal cone then hit for Flame Rend will then hit the entire raid, but you need to try and be 4 yards apart from each other behind the boss. So don't stack, just be in the cone 4 yards apart from each other. At that point the off tank will then taunt, switch it, turning the boss back around 180 degrees to take the next Spellbreaker. He'll then spin around 180 degrees to do another Flame Rend, so you just repeat that combo twice. Then the boss will do a big fire circle, which you just need to run out of the centre of it, but again, try and stay 4 yards apart. The tanks need to stay in 10 yards of each other. No, sorry, the boss I think it is. Of each other, yeah, because the boss will do a cleave, and it will always hit 2 targets, so if it doesn't hit the second tank, it will then hit one of the melee, unfortunately. So you do need to make sure you stay 10 yards, so positioning is a bit of a bitch on this one again. I'll do Scorching Blaze, which is pulsing damage, which is why you've always got to be 4 yards apart, so you'll just see explosions on players pulsing, so yeah, just don't be on top of each other. And Wake of the Flame, so in normal we'll get 3 of them, in Heroic we'll get 5 of them. You saw them, they were just spawning at the boss, and they were just like 3 flames just shooting out, and you just have to dodge them. 80%, which is where we got to, we have an intermission. There will be 2 big ads and lots of small ads. We need to kill in normal. We can kill the small ads and they disappear. So if you can nuke them down, that's great, and then just get onto the big ads, kill them. Intermission ends. But they can be the small ads can be CC'd, slowed, stunned, everything like that. But they must reach the boss 15 seconds apart. Then we're going to phase 2, where he keeps nearly all of the abilities from phase 1. He just loses Wake of the Flames, so we don't have those fiery flames shooting out. We'll have Flare instead, which is basically a large circle that explodes. You just want to run out that large circle. Easy peasy. At 40% we get to another intermission, which is exactly the same, apart from we now get fire swirls on the floor to dodge at the same time as trying to kill everything. And then we're going to phase 3. Phase 3 is the same as phase 2, except for the flare ability now has Wake of the Flames in the center of it. So when the flare ability explodes, it will spawn Wake of the Flames, and that's when we get Wake of the Flames back in phase 3. So that's the fight. It's once we get past once we get practiced in phase 1 and phase 2 and just get the intermission down, this fight will be quite easy. It doesn't get that much harder as it goes through, but with the extra crap that we have to deal with in the second intermission in phase 3, it's just a bit, if you can kill it quicker at that point with hero and whatnot, it becomes easier. So that's the fight. It is down to Tesh/slash technique and just staying 4 yards apart and dodging crap and running out of circles, is the really short version of it all. Excellent, right, let's go.
5,
So, do save
4,
hero phase 3, be
3,
stacked,
2,
but 4 yards
1.
apart.
Beware.
So 4 yards apart because of that Scorching Blaze. I think it's only ranged and healers. But you do need to be behind the boss in a bit of a cone. So for example, if you try and be between those two markers, but 4 yards apart.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just dodge that. You can move about, it's going to be when here we are, here's the technique. So be behind the boss now please, spin him. Now be in front of the boss. There we are. Don't be in front. Now be in front when he turns, turn him. Oh no, we intermissioned. That's it. Perfect so far. Right. Kill the little lads. Stay 4 yards apart though, please. Doesn't matter if we just let one ad go through, won't matter too much. I'd say focus on, well, kill the one by the green marker, and then get the big ads down. And then it's repeat again. So back to positions, boss in the centre of the room-ish.
I just need someone to, till I get used to it, just shout at me. So.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's fine. These two bosses we've done tonight are the hardest ones. Right, face them away, please. There we go. Yeah, 4 yards apart again. Try and be between the markers.
Beware.
Right, here's Flare. Move out of that. It will disappear.
Oh.
Those look sparkly. Enough what you want.
You can move around. Don't feel like you have to do between those markers right this second, because we've got 10 seconds with one combo. But yeah, 5 seconds for combo, so start moving between the markers now.
1.
Here it is. So first hit coming in. Turn him. Off tank should be positioned to taunt.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was turning him and then
Res Euron.
What?
Not dead. Yeah,
oh, sorry. Right, get out of the crap, get out of the crap.
I said
run to the edge.
The combo started.
Yeah, I can deal with that one.
Extra crispy men.
Right, we've got flares coming in again, range and healers, step back away from melee please, so we don't have to move.
I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, so those flares in phase 3 will spawn that wake of things, so we'll have like 9 things firing across the room.
Beware.
So I'll get him.
Right. Get between the markers now, please. Get between the markers. Yeah, Euron will taunt to take the first hit. Which should be now. Yeah, so Euron will take him. Okay, turn him. I know if you get ready to taunt back. Now, taunt him. Turn him. Euron, turn him. That's it, now get out of the crap. This is it basically. This is the whole fight.
Phase 3.
Yeah, but it's just the wake inside those flares. That's about it. Ranged and healers, move away from melee please. Because you're going to spawn flares on us.
Pretty sure you changed it to how you said you would do it.
No? Not at all. Right, intermission, same as we did before, just get out the swirlies. Kill the little lads, just then we'll get back on the big ads after. Just dodge the swirlies.
And these big ads be together, or?
Nope. They buff themselves and they buff the little lads as well. They should be looking at moving them away from the little lads. But all the little lads are dead, so it's fine.
Can we put together though?
Nope. They will buff each other. That's what happened when we wiped. The two got together and they just grew big and annihilated everything.
Keep the large ads away from just about everything.
Yeah.
To summarise.
Blizzard have basically tried to make everything that you can't just stack it up in here. It's almost like everything's single target. But let's have Hero and go.
Face it, whenever you ever stack.
Face into skull, please. Face into skull. Blaze, move away, please. Blaze, move away. 4 yards apart.
So do you want to get him for the first combo then?
I'll just keep it that way.
You guys
just now, I'm okay.
Oh, res on him.
Beware.
I'll get him for the first.
Flares, so dodge the crap that comes from him.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, technique. So Euron, taking the first. Turn him. Raid should be in front of him now. Anu, taunt. And turn him away, turn him away, turn him away. Perfect. I'll spin him back round. Make him face the raid. Perfect, that was it. And then just get off the rubbish.
That likes his fire, doesn't it?
And then move him back to skull. And then just range be away from melee, please. And 4 yards apart.
Beware.
Swap once the combo.
If your stack's too high, you two can swap a bit more often.
Beware.
You know, you call that a need one.
Right, test that technique coming in, so Euron's going to take the first. Turn him. Anu, taunt. Spin it. Hey, there it is.
Ooh, what was that?
That was him exploding.
Oh, just
yeah, that was a really good job, folks. Because this boss is boring, it's a bit samey, but it's not easy. That combination is a pain in the ass. Once we master it, though, it will be easy.
Don't forget to loot, guys.
Yeah, this is your quest item. Yeah, this is your quest item for the skip later on, so pick it up. Ideally, we're probably only going to do 4 full normal clears, and then we're going to just start skipping to the last couple of bosses on normal, and then move the rest to an alt raid. As you can see, we kind of outgeared this significantly, so.
Wrong one. That's
when we kill this guy, we get the lovely sword. In our planet.
No, it's mount on heroic. Sorry, you get a mount for killing him on heroic.
No, I mean the sword in the actual Azeroth. We get to see it when we finish.
Oh yes.
I don't care about this crappy sword.
I've been there on Yorm. It's glorious.
How do we get to the last boss?
Speak to
Crystal guy.
Does that take everyone up individually or?
Individually, yeah.
Oh, that's good then.
There's a cutscene too.
You can
Weird lag. You can remember here.
Yeah, this guy.
Right, where is the guy? Ah, people are still running with mounts. That's right.
Yeah, there's some weird lag things. I was trying to mount up after I talked with him, and then ended up stuck on the thing.
Since they're all there, you would have thought that they would have killed it, right?
Exactly got there. Mind if I just bother it a bit?
They were just sitting there watching. Why don't you guys kill this bastard?
They're tired now. They've done their bit.
The time has come to fight
the world.
Like I said, I want that. I want that Psyche's holding. That look nice in my collection.
Let's hope we all get legendaries now, yo.
Yeah.
It'll just
personal loot chance. But no, isn't it? Argus isn't actually real until he kind of forms this body, and that's why they actually make him put him into a body so he can defeat him or something.
He's real, but he's in a different form.
Yeah.
He's in like a world zone form or something.
Right. So we just need a couple of people upstairs. Probably watching the cutscene, which is awesome. So fair enough.
So this boss is tank and spank, and that's it, right? Yeah. Cool. I've seen the videos. I'm joking.
It's an awesome boss fight.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be gutted that he isn't here right now, because he's probably not going to be here for yet another hour. So if we can kill this in the next hour, we can go when he comes on.
Oh, that's gonna tell him the cutscene was so amazing.
He's probably seen it.
He's seen the cutscene.
If you've, yeah, I've already seen the ending cutscene as well, but that is better than what you've just seen. But I'm not going to spoil a thing. So,
the scene.
Oh yeah, you can watch it on MMOC. Have a look on there if you do want to see it. I'm sure there'll be ways of playing it back again. Anyway, right, no tactics. First pull. Have fun.
We should wipe in about 2 seconds.
No, we'll get further than that.
Just waiting on Whoopi.
Yep, well done.
Nice, lot better.
5,
First.
4, 3,
Nice weapon in general.
1.
It must be mine!
beware.
Have a look at health bar and see who's going down, who's not during that level.
There's not on 2 of them, it's not one on me 2.
As early doors is fine, just torn when the thing drops off. Yeah, check people's health.
Thank you.
Ooh, orbs. I can't remember which one's which. Ah!
Oh yeah, don't stand in front of the boss.
Yeah, well, cone
It's
of
a cone.
death kind of makes sense to run away from it.
Yeah, it's a 180-degree one though.
Ah, that's a bitch.
What the heck? 5,000 versatility and haste extra?
Get that from.
All I can say is whoever is dealing sort of place the cone of whatchamacallit. I love you. Cone of death, yeah. So far, perfect.
See this one. Third one.
Everyone can walk through it, by the way.
Beware.
those orbs, you can walk through them and get the buff. One's called Strength of the Sky, one's called Strength of something else.
See?
Yeah, both have different buffs.
Crit.
But you can only have one at a time. Yep, one's Crit Mastery, one is Versatility and Haste.
Boom.
I have the storm.
I'm guessing you're not supposed to be in the outside when that happens.
Yep.
Might want to get a healer up.
It's at level 60 dungeon or something like that where you have to go to a certain spot.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
Reza Healer. You haven't already.
Account for the scythe.
Yep, look for the patch on the floor. There it is.
I'm big and glowy.
Yeah, black is bad.
That's racist.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, I shouldn't have phrased that. I apologise.
Is there really such thing as racism, though?
Yes.
So, the black line with the blue edges is bad. There we go. I feel like I've corrected that enough.
You didn't even need to correct it in the first place.
I felt like, no, I should have said that better. That was a fraudulent slip.
Shit.
I need to grab them now.
Yeah, because there's something about protecting soul bound people or something like that.
Yeah, run to the person with the big blue. Yeah. That one.
I don't know what you do, there's no extra action.
Yeah, you just stand on them. It's the bomb person, not burst. I've got burst, so you're standing on the wrong person.
Yeah, I think you missed it. There was a person with a big blue ball over their head.
That one. Proud one.
Well, I did put someone
towards the edge. Yeah, and whoever's got that debuff, tank needs to go with Crab.
Anu, go Anu. Go on Crab.
You slow coach.
Yeah, the tank ability doesn't do too much, so we can handle a few stacks.
What do you mean, the one that increases?
Yeah, that one.
What point do we all get resurrected?
Phase 4.
Okay, sweet.
Far away from that.
It's Tyrion Fordring coming to res us all.
Grumpy. Is it safe to say that those are the orbs, depending on where they're positioned, and those orbs on the side of the outside, does it target them or something? Because it looks like it is. That's a big guess.
Oh, we'll talk about it in a bit.
Sport.
Killing ads. Oh, I'll give you a hint on this one for those of you that like high DPS. Check in about 10 seconds. Check the debuffs or buffs that these guys have. If it matches something you can fire at them, use it. So, for example, if you're a frost mage and he has a frost debuff, go to town on that ad.
Star has got holy.
Orange has got melee.
Don't move with the beams.
I've got the one with the sword of the cosmos, which is the tank.
Green has nature.
Take the one with the sword into the centre. Take the orange one to one of the ads on the outside.
Cross is melee damage.
Moon is arcane.
Whoa, this thing hurts.
Mufasa, if you're nearby, come to me. There we are.
Bear in mind we have a lot of DPS dead. These should really be dying soon.
Shit, what was that?
Res Anu. Yeah, it's kind of meant to be. I mean, we can focus one down now, but when they have that cosmic ability on, you don't want them to be on the same targets. You want to utilise your skills. I'm just hoping we can kill these ads if we can survive this lot. Everyone gets rezzed, not to spoil anything.
It's right, I spilled it earlier.
But we are fighting a 4-minute 48 berserk, so
Go.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to.
He's got his down to half health.
You can get a DPS up.
Yeah,
I'd probably say get the healers up.
I wouldn't bother now.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be a wipe now.
Right, I'm suiciding. Can't jump off.
I
Fuck.
got a red. Should I accept or not? No.
Wait till we
Epics, you numpty.
Sucks with a space platform you can't jump off.
Well, we've got 2 DPS, 2 tanks. Yeah, it's just...
Res runs out, so...
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter, we'll just run back. Yeah, just let stuff kill you, try and die if you can.
That's easier said than done, you
The
know?
only thing I can do is just stand still and hope to cast it.
Turn your back towards him so you don't carry.
They don't do melee.
Stand in the big beam.
Yeah, just stack up.
Oh, there you go. You ain't pretty much at it.
Yeah, the biggest issue was we lost a lot of people to the storm, where everyone should have been in the centre of the room, but obviously people weren't aware of that, it's fine. So that was the main reason we lost a lot of people, and then after that we were up against it a little bit. This phase is just killing these ads, that's all we have to do. Sounds easier said than done, but yeah, it's about utilising your skills on the right ad at the right time. So when they get that cosmic buff, you need to nuke them down. Which is what it's to encourage people to take a mixture of classes. Yeah, just release, you spawn up in this room. Right, let's quickly run through a few things though to make sure everybody knows what's going on. So phase 1, you tank in the middle of the room but face him away because of his cleave. The raid stacks tightly. You place the cone of death next to each other, which you'll notice I put a mark above my head. I don't know if anyone actually noticed that. It looks like a lot of like cries from the desolate host for those that are in the normal realm, quite a lot. And then basically you just move clockwise. But the raid can just stack tightly-ish into 2 groups, one in melee, one slightly behind in ranged. Random players will get an ability called Soul Blight, that just drops random crap puddles on the floor. What you want to do is run behind the ranged group, drop them there, so then the next cone of death will just cover over the Soul Blight patches, so basically you don't waste room with those. There'll be 2 orbs that spawn, there'll be a white one and a blue one. The white orb will increase your haste and versatility, the blue orb will increase your mastery and crit. And that's basically phase 1, so it's just putting the cones down in nice neat places and then nuking the boss and getting the orbs. Phase 2, you want to stack in the middle during the storm. You want to move the boss to the edge during phase 2. Then the tanks get Avatar of Agramar buff, so the player with that person shouldn't be tanking the boss. The person who gets soul, we're going to set up 4 markers and then we're going to assign a tank to be on one place with the boss, and then the other 3 markers are going to be used for the bomb and the burst. So 2 people will get burst, 1 person will get bomb. The tank needs to go and run on the bomb person. The burst people will just run away and take less damage because they're further away from the boss because it's range dependent. And then there's those lines, those shadow lines that I was on about, that's Edge of Obliteration, you just need to get off them. With 40% health we go into that phase 3 where we get the ads, we kill all the ads when it's transition, he does Cosmic Ray, so players stay still and everybody else moves out of the lines because they will just follow that player, so you just stay still with it and other people adapt. Starburst, so you can't let the Starburst go off. Sorry, no, don't interrupt Starburst, getting it the wrong way around. If an ad target starts casting Cosmic Beacon, you must always interrupt it because it leaves an insane dot. And yeah, if you interrupt Starburst, it will make, on Heroic, it will make the ads immune to interrupts for 20 seconds, which means a Cosmic Beacon could go off. So don't interrupt Starburst, only interrupt Cosmic Beacon if the ads are casting it. So be on the lookout and get that interrupted. So 2 ads will gain weapons and become active, which is what happened. The big sword guy needs to be tanked in the middle because he buffs them all. The other guy doesn't really do anything, so you just stack him on another ad and he can just be cleaved. Doesn't matter which ad, just get into one. When all the ads die, we then go into phase 4, which we haven't seen yet. Now what will happen is, we'll all get grouped up in the middle by the boss, he will swipe, we all die. Panic, ah, we're dead, it's a wipe. No, what will happen is a tree will spawn. The tree, we can then release our spirits, run into the tree, and it will res us, which is fantastic. There will be little, like, what are they called? Shars. Yeah, the little Shar ads, just roaming around. Just dodge them while you're heading towards the tree, just don't get hit by them. You then get rezzed, the fight carries on. You just keep going, all the abilities the same, all that kind of crap. But there'll be extra things going on, like the tree. Well, by the way, the tree will have an energy bar. When the energy bar hits 0, you then start putting a damage dot on the tree, and then when the tree dies, we can't res anymore. So basically, try not to die. But if you do die, just release and use the tree. Abilities that always interrupt end of all things. If you kind of don't take the hint that it's the end of all things, you know, I can't really say anything else with that one. He'll do Reorigination Module, which are orbs. You need to nuke them down as soon as possible and get out of the void zone they spawn. The quicker they die, the smaller the void zone. If we let them live for long, the void zone gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and basically it's, yes, it hurts like hell. The other bonus to killing them and killing them quick is when they die, they will leave a mote of power in the spirit realm. I'll come back to this in a second. The tanks, he'll do an ability called Deadly Scythe on the tanks. It's a permanent debuff. You'll never be able to drop it. So what you need to do is just have one tank the boss until you die. Then you need to go and collect all those little orbs in the other realm before coming back out and then taking over when the other tank dies. The orbs that the tanks will be collecting will actually give a Titan energy, and when he reaches 20 energy, he gives us all a nice happy buff. So we want that, so we want to collect those orbs. So we kill the orbs in the normal realm, so that the tanks, when they get killed by the boss, can res and collect them. If anybody else does accidentally die, they can collect them as well on the way out. That would be great, but hopefully not many people can do that. So we want to... Yeah, the burst and the bombs are still going, so we still need to deal with that, but the bomb person is likely to die, so they just kind of run to the edge of the room and just go splat. And yeah, dodge the blue swirls, as they give a permanent dot whenever they hit you. So, and you don't really want a permanent dot if you can help it. And that's the fight. So it's the last part is the new part, obviously. But yeah, let's give it some go. So I'm just going to set up some markers so people know where they're going with stuff. So when we go into phase 2, if we can have, if I'll use a skull. Go with something like that. If we can have the boss tank that's skull, so he's actually stood on the skull marker. The person with the bomb goes to purple, and then the tank just then needs to run from skull to purple. If I move skull back a little bit. There we go. So it's always going to be skull and purple, so the tank knows exactly where to go. So if you get an ability with bomb in it, go to purple. If you get burst in it, go to the yellow and the orange markers respectively. So just make sure you split between the two, not stacked on the same one. So bomb to purple, burst to orange and yellow, and the boss is at skull.
5, 4.
So phase 1, stack up, keep them in the middle, but stack up.
1.
Or don't keep them in the middle. But stack up. Stack up, stack up, stack up. Range can be behind melee.
Beware.
But yeah, when we get the first... Here we are. Give people's just the orb, run through the orb that you want. Right, we're going to get Cone of Death. Wherever the first cone goes, we need to stack in a clockwise direction around from it. Oh, come on, here it is, here it is. Right, step. If you look where Grumpy is, I'm to the left of the beam, left of the shadow. Can everyone come onto this side? Melee on blue, range behind. If you get Soul Blight Orb, not Soul Blight Orb. I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, Soul Blight. If you get it, run behind the range. Soul Blight to the back. People with the gifts just move out to the side slightly. Only slightly. Pick up an orb and then you get a buff.
Beware.
Yeah, keep moving around. Try to move off the death fog before it gets cast. As soon as it starts casting, you can move to the left so you don't get hit by it. Soul Blight to the back. Soul Blight to the back. But here we are, stage 2, run to the middle, run to the middle, run to the middle, run to the middle, run to the middle. Try not to be around the front. Because he's still going to do scythe as soon as this ends. So once he's done his first scythe, can you move him to skull please? Move him to skull as soon as the scythe's over. There it is, skull please. Remember the buff tank doesn't tank.
Awesome.
Bomb to purple, burst to the other colours. Yep. Bomb to purple epics, purple epics, purple epics, purple, purple.
I'm coming to you.
Stop moving now, epics, just stand still. Yeah, if you have bomb in it, you go to purple. Whoever has that line, just stay still, everyone else moves.
Sovereign.
Got a new buff coming in on... That means you'll get the buff again though. You're...
No.
Oh, okay, Anu's got the buff then, if you go to the bomb person at purple.
What was that?
Yeah, that bomb hurt like hell.
Well, we had to move out the way of the beams because they were crossing on purple.
Ah yeah, then that person who's got the beam going through purple needs to move.
And it looked like Annie went further than I did, although we might not have done as far as this stream went.
Yeah, that would be the only exception. Just get the beam off of purple. In the interest of time and everything, I'm going to say wipe it up. Just standing stuff. So don't cover the bomb or anything. Let the bomb go off. If we all stack under these bursts as well, they'll hurt like hell.
And I thought, like I said, I thought I was stood on you, but you might just moved slightly out of range when the bomb kicks off.
Yeah, but the only exception with those shadowy kind of lines is you move it off of purple. So if it's on a marker, you move it and then stand still, so then everyone else can adjust.
With the buff bombs, we're not meant to be going miles away, just sort of out of the way enough that people don't get them by accident, but close enough that they can pick them up if they want them.
Yes, so just sidestep out, so basically away from the fog, so to speak, the death cone, away from that slightly, so just literally sidestep to the left, drop the orb and then go and get the colour orb you want and then go back to your position.
And with the death cone, obviously we're all stacked up. There's time to move between him starting the cast and finishing it, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and for example, what we'll do is we'll start on melee on blue and the raid on skull on pull, and we'll keep the boss in the centre of the room. And then as soon as he starts doing his first cone of death, we'll all sidestep to the left. But do it when he's casting, because as soon as he casts it, he's got his position fixed. That's not going to move, so then you won't take the damage from it. So it's almost completely avoidable if we all move correctly. Yeah, so it was looking a lot cleaner up until that point. We just lost a few to the cone of death and obviously then that bomb, but obviously that was another ability that forced other people to have to move when they shouldn't have been moving. But that's what we're learning now. Say again?
The buffs, the orbs, which were that?
It is the white orb increases haste and versatility, blue orb increases mastery and crit.
Oh.
You can only have one. If you run through one orb then the other, it will revert to the latest orb.
You can stack multiple orbs of the same type though. Like you can have two or three stacks of the same.
4.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but that's only if the first orb doesn't wear off when you then get the second orb. I don't think you can stack them from the same orb that spawns.
No, you can't.
No, it has to be different orbs.
Yeah. Okay, when captain's in, we can go.
So we're stacking on skull. I forgot, sorry.
Melee are going to go on blue, on pull, and then, well actually I moved blue a bit close to the boss. But the idea is we have a straight line from where the boss is. So melee goes on blue, range just be somewhere on skull or between skull and blue. We just need to be in a straight line essentially.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
5,
Tank in the middle, and then
4,
we can all just step into the storm really quickly.
2, 1.
Remember it's clockwise when he starts doing his fog or death thing.
To the left.
To the left, to the left.
Beware.
Right, so all people sidestep left. If you've got gift, sidestep left. Go and get an orb.
Beware.
Quick. Right, cone of death incoming any second. Now, move left, move left. Okay, bunch up next to the thing.
Beware.
Look for the blue marker. Soul Blight people run to the back. No, just turn and run directly back. Don't run to the side.
Yeah, I've got him. I can't see your stacks, so I'm just hunting when mine drop off.
Beware.
You got me for?
Sidestep.
Have I what?
Got me 74.
Yeah, but it's not showing me any of your debuffs. I don't know why.
Soul Blight run to the back. So run through the range group and drop it behind.
Okay, I'll just tell you that I'm about to.
Cone of death move.
Beware.
Soul Blights to the back. So run through the range group and out the back. Rock and run. Turn and run, yeah, back. Right, phase 2, step into the boss. In the middle, into the middle, into the middle, into the middle. Run, 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 run. There's a couple of orbs up, get them if you need. So as soon as the first sweep goes out, then we're going to move into skull. Oh, there we are, good. Remember, bomb to purple please, first to the other 2 markers. So check if your black and blue line is going through a marker. If it is, move it. If it isn't, just stand still.
I'm not sure they seem to aim at people in this phase. Oh!
Yep, bomb went off. See if we can heal through it. Burst to the markers. Okay, new boss buff. Bomb to purple, which is epics. So keep the crap off purple, please.
It's gone off, hasn't it?
Yeah, done. It was fine. That was perfectly done.
No, wasn't. I'm dead.
Yeah, we took crazy damage and people died. So
You died to soul burst. Right, so this is adds. So remember, add with a sword in the middle, adds without swords, tank him on another add somewhere. And please call out where melee should go and frost and all that kind of stuff.
Not symbols, the sword one is.
Oh, the sword one's really obvious.
Is it a sword?
Start last time.
One was cross and one was something other. I think they're randomly marked, but let's start nuking something. Try and always be around the side of these ads if you can. Don't be banging the centre of the room. Don't interrupt anything other than the cosmic, whatever it was.
interrupt the cosmic beacon, skip everything else.
Yeah, cosmic beacon.
I have this sword guy.
Where's melee? Oh, someone interrupt cosmic beacon if you can.
Okay, where's the sword guy? What is that?
The blue is the cross.
Okay, I have blue guy.
Blue is the sword guy, should be in the middle of the room.
Nature damage is green.
Get out that swirl, blue swirly.
Sword has to be in the middle, but the other one can be tanked on any mob.
Yes, take the other out to the... can we move moon? Yes, it. Only sword goes in the middle because he buffs the others, whereas you don't want him to buff him. Whereas the other guy doesn't do anything. Alright, move moon now to another ad. Move moon to green. Right, so when green dies, we will die, but don't panic, it's meant to happen. Right, I've got 6 minutes in this last phase. So we'll get sucked into the middle. So,
watch this combo now. It's awesome.
What?
Oh.
Now we just...
ouch. When your release button comes, yes, hit release, dodge these Shah ads.
What Soulstone does here?
Yeah, so in 8 seconds. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, so he's putting a tree somewhere.
And where it's, I think it's spawned.
There it is, behind us at purple. Release, run to purple. Let the tanks res first.
I'm rezzed. Just run into
Can we
it.
start hitting? Or what?
Yeah, hit the boss, hit the boss.
Hero now or anything?
not seeing him here.
Yeah, hero now, please. Interrupt end of all things.
Beware.
I know.
Yeah, run into the tree.
I didn't have a release button.
Beware.
You should have. Right, can we just res Anu, because we need a
No,
boss.
I'm up now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it takes about 10 seconds or so for your release button to appear.
Also, that orb, should we kill it?
Yes, kill the orbs, kill the orbs, orbs. It's pretty much ranged only if we don't get to them quick.
Oh.
Yeah, look at this. Come on, kill that one.
Beware.
So the debuffs aren't permanent on normal.
Right. Oh, okay. Right. If anybody dies and you go inside, there will be orbs now because we killed some. Collect the orbs before rezzing.
Beware.
Still run out with the bursts and bombs, please. Run as far to the edge as you can.
Just say it kills the tank with some debuffs that it doesn't fall.
It should do, but it seems like it's not in heroic, in normal. But
Orbs
yeah,
again,
keep them
kill
to eat
the
on.
orbs.
Keep them to eat on. Kill the orbs. Orbs,
At
orbs.
purple, ranged up attacking the boss.
Beware.
Ah, crap, I didn't get out of time. Yeah, there should be some red orbs, but it looks like they've all been picked up.
Can't you just run into the tree?
Yeah, run into the tree, yeah. I was looking for orbs.
Watch the swirls.
Yeah, dodge the swirls, they put a dot on you that lasts, that is permanent, so you need to avoid as many of them as you can.
Beware.
Because you don't want to die if you can help it. Well, it's not permanent in normal, it seems.
Problem then.
But, right.
Does it orb out?
Yeah, that's fine. It was a bomb. It's going to happen in this phase. We just have to res. Watch where the boss is facing now, because he's turned. That's it. Good job. So keep resing and stuff. I don't know what we've got left on the tree, but
Big orb on the tree. Can we kill it, please?
yep. If we don't kill those orbs will kill us.
No
we
tree anymore.
Yep. Use the reses. Use the reses. Okay. But that's the fight. On heroic.
Yeah, when it kills me, it took forever because I released it. Come up and then all I can hear is you saying, yep, do this, do that, and then suddenly it's up, but it was a massive delay.
Beware.
Maybe it was that server lag that we were on about earlier.
I didn't really,
The orb.
as a ghost, I wasn't really sure what orbs to collect. I didn't see anything that
Yeah.
was obvious to
I think they're very small white.
They're very small, but they glow red. So you're looking for something red in a shadowy area. So yeah, but they will. Oh, but they spawn under where the orbs die. So where the orb dies is where an orb, a little red orb.
And the big orbs are obviously on the edges, so the small orbs will be around the edges.
Yes.
Can we prioritize the big orb that's near the tree if that happens again? Because it was impossible to res. There was like a humongous orb right on top of the tree.
Well,
That was the
yeah,
last.
and it destroyed the tree.
No, I think it ran out of energy, and then anybody who reses when it's got no energy puts a dot on the tree, and that dot ramps up every time, and then it basically kills the tree. It is break time. I just realised it's 1:30, so we'll have 10 minutes, and then we'll go in. I am expecting a kill next pull though, so no pressure.
Oh,
No pressure, right?
Yeah. Can I get a summon back then?
User left your channel.